We'll see where it goes here tonight in the association. The Cavaliers and the Heat will go at 7:30 p.m. Eastern at Miami. This line sits around 6 to 5.5, depending on where you're shopping at. Cavaliers and the Heat, Joe. What are you looking at for a spread line tonight in the association?
Well, Donnie, we talked about this game a couple of nights ago. The total the other night was 248, and they almost scored 300 points and with an overtime period. Now you're looking at a day later now, we're 10 points less than that in the total here, Donnie. And what has changed? They had a night off. I don't think anything changes. The over for me with these two teams.
What are we going to do with the Dallas Mavericks here? And the shame of the whole thing is that the Dallas Mavericks sort of got bailed out a little bit by getting Cooper Flagg. We'll see how great he is in his career. Still rookie, learning his way, but the Dallas Mavericks are not performing well. But also, what were the expectations coming in anyway? You trade Luka Dončić, and the one thing you know is, first and foremost, you're the NBA. It's a business. Your town, your city, love Luka Dončić. No matter if they won championships, made deep runs into the playoffs, it didn't matter. The American Airlines Arena would be sold out with tons of Luka merchandise. The fan base would be happy, always looking for that win. Hey, can we pair somebody with Luka Dončić? Can we get a better 2-guard, 3-guard to go along with him here? Let's build for the future. But they loved Luka. And overnight, Luka was traded. And the best part about this trade was, I remember when the story started to leak out after it was done, where the Lakers couldn't even believe what they were hearing, to the point where they told the Mavericks and Nico Harrison, don't you dare tell anybody about what we're talking about until this is absolutely done, signed, sealed, and delivered. And what happened? Luka Dončić was on his way out to L.A., and Anthony Davis was coming back. We still, Joe, talk about this trade and can't believe how it actually went down.
Well, and I love it too yesterday, because the Mavs are, all of a sudden you look, Donnie, and this is becoming an absolute dumpster fire here. Because the owner pens a letter to the Mavs fans and basically pins everything that has gone wrong on Nico, on the GM, which is hilarious to me, given the fact that this isn't just a GM issue. This was an ownership issue as well. Like, all of you guys signed off on it and gave him the okay to make that trade. And then everyone thought it was going to be fine when you got the ping pong ball and got Cooper Flagg. But guess what? Yeah, you still got Anthony Davis, who can't play more than 12 games a season. So I'm sorry, man. I think this whole thing, congratulations, move on. But I do not trust ownership. I do not trust anything about this team. And good luck bringing the next guy in, because they are a dumpster fire at the very top levels of that team right now.
Like, you make the trade for Davis. He's always injured. He's been injured. Kyrie went down, got injured last year. Like, the theory of, like, okay, Kyrie's going to come back, Anthony Davis is going to come back, and then Cooper Flagg's going to be there for the playoff run does make some sense. But now you fire Nico at this point, and it's a new regime saying, okay, well, now we might trade Anthony Davis. And, like, it's almost like, what did you do the past year itself? So if we look at Nico Harris, some of the things he actually done, traded Luka Dončić after the finals run, refused an offer to Jalen Brunson. I don't know how close that Brunson deal is actually going to be, because Brunson's dad was in New York. He was probably going there anyway. But nothing has worked out. But also, you can make bad trades, but as long as you keep your talented, homegrown superstar in the building that everybody loves, you will still have a job. Like, what made him think, like, you know what? I'm going to revitalize this franchise. The fans won't mind. They're going to trade Luka, who went off the charts and going nuclear every night for LA. And my fans are going to see that. And then also understand that I'm getting back players that I don't even know will be healthy enough to be on the court. Then when I go to basketball games and I'm in the building, all these fans do is cheer. Fire Nico. First quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. And you know how you get around that, Joe? You win basketball games. They weren't winning basketball games. A double compounded error there for the Dallas Mavericks, and they finally had to move on.
Listen, it was inevitable because, listen, Cooper Flagg right now is not going to be in the same breath as Luka Dončić right now. So that every time Luka goes out there with a double-double, triple-double, drops 40 points, every time, especially with the Lakers now, the Mavs fans are going to get real uncomfortable and real mad. So this was inevitable. Anything short of my goodness, they've only lost 3 games. They're on pace to battle OKC. This was always going to happen. But again, if I'm a Mavs fan, look higher up, because this didn't happen in a vacuum. Don't forget, right around the time they traded him, It was changing ownership, right? Everything was changing. He was due for a supermax contract. The timing of it was very suspect. And I don't think Nico just decided, you know what, time for Luca to go here. Something else is going on in this organization right now.
By the way, put up that hater report tweet if we can, because I'm looking at it and we don't have the whole picture up there. But one is Luca, I can see. One is Jalen Brunson, I can see. One is Kristaps Porzingis. But I got to be honest. Who's the Sixers guy and the Clippers guy? Who are those two guys? Is that a joke, I guess?
That might be. That's a good question. Who is the Clippers guy? Who is the?
I don't know.
Yeah, it might. I guess everybody.
I guess it's one. He's
it comes from the hater every reports, bad move.
Laugh. Yeah.
I love it.
Every single thing that certainly comes down the pike it is, but Nico Harrison out of a job, and it would be the ultimate troll move. And the NBA probably would have to step in. Like if Nico Harrison gets signed to the Los Angeles Lakers, like a front office executive, like one of those guys that's just an administrator at this point, or somebody who's going to be able to check in, that would be such major trolling. It'd be worth whatever you had to pay in fines and or whatever you paid him.
Yeah, I got news for you. I just hope he writes a book. I hope he puts it out and explains to us exactly the thought process and what was going on behind the scenes when all of a sudden you decided to trade the generational talent to, of all teams, the Los Angeles Lakers. Unbelievable here.
It is unbelievable. But tonight on the NBA hardcourt, Joe, the Golden State Warriors got pasted last night from OKC. Their starters didn't play all that much. Why? Because they got blown out. They could sit out the fourth quarter. The Spurs are on tap. The Spurs are rested and ready. That line, Joe, opened up at 5. Now it's down to 4.5 with 78% of the public money being spent, I should say, on those Spurs and tickets here tonight, Joe. Kind of an interesting one down there in San Antonio tonight.
Well, it's interesting, too, because Draymond's already starting here after getting blown out last night, talking about he's questioning the Warriors' desire to actually want to win. And you got a bunch of mid-30-year-old guys playing out the string here on a Warriors team. And already Draymond and Steph Curry once again are questionable tonight.
Right. Let's clear out here on college football playoffs, Joe. You know me. And for the longest time, I've said, growing up as a kid, all-star games are important. We only get to watch certain players, certain teams, and certain individuals, not 24/7 social media, every single highlight. The Major League Baseball All-Star Game, so cool. The NBA All-Star Game, so cool. The NHL All-Star Game, I loved it growing up as a kid. The Pro Bowl, we all tuned into it in Hawaii to end the NFL season. Now, every single one of those games is absolutely ridiculous outside of baseball because at least it gives you the option to say, it looks like baseball out there. No other sport does it correctly anymore because we don't need it here. Now the NBA, get your calculator out because now we're going to say 3 teams, 4 teams, 2 teams, 3 teams. You're an all-star. You're not an all-star. East Coast team, West Coast team, and then we'll go overseas and get some players. Then we'll play like 16 games on a Sunday, and voila, we have a victor. Stop the madness. End the NBA. Just have a nice, fun weekend. Bring the DJs out. Have a dunk competition. Shoot some threes. Get the boys back in the building for a game on Monday night after All-Star Weekend. The All-Star Game is atrocious, and it must end, Joe. It must.
They're making it way more complicated than it needs to be here, Donnie. And I'll tell you what this all stems from. It stems from what the NHL did with the Four Nations face-off last year instead of the All-Star Game, where that was incredible, right? You had U.S., you had North America. It was absolutely phenomenal. But you're not going to recreate that in the NBA, and that's exactly what they think they're doing here by making a world All-Star team. It doesn't work like that. Kudos to the NHL for trying something different. And they nailed it, but the NBA, you're not going to have that same kind of feel here with the All-Star Game by trying to make it, Team USA versus the world. It's not going to work.
You can't, and every year, too, like the NBA All-Star Game ratings drop there when they tried a new format. Stop trying new formats. Do you know what the best format of all time was for the NBA All-Star Game? East best players, West best players, and they somewhat care about the basketball game. That we don't need to. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. Just say, guys, this is our league here. Show some respect. Play a pretty intense pickup game. It doesn't have to be Game 7 of the finals here. Have fun. That's what the people want to see. But make it be competitive. Is that too hard to ask for players to just play basketball?
Yeah, or have the players put up their own money, Donnie. That's what I would do.
Ridiculous, man. The NBA, oh my goodness. Don't get me started, but we're going to get started on hour number 2 next. Bang, 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 people. Bang on the drums. Joe went in the action and came away with a victory yesterday. My question to you, Joe, is where are we going and what winner are we picking out tonight?
Let's go to the association here tonight, Donnie.
Ooh,
and
okay.
I am going to take a look at a team that is, well, they are rolling, and you got to love it. I love the effort. And of course, it is led by former Oklahoma State standout Cade Cunningham. I'm talking about the Detroit Pistons tonight at home, taking on the Chicago Bulls, who you may recall started the season with a win at the United Center over this Detroit team. After being down 23 points, they almost came back and won that game. They are on a 7-game winning streak right now. Wild comeback in overtime on Monday against the lowly Washington Wizards. Cade Cunningham had 46 in that game, but he's been downgraded to questionable right now for this game with a hip contusion. Keep an eye if he's available or not available. If he is cleared, this line is going to go up right now at 2.5, Donnie. They are at home. I like them. The Chicago's on a 3-game skid right now. And Josh Giddey, very questionable here tonight after that Monday loss against the Spurs. I'll take the home team at a bucket. Absolutely. I'll back Detroit here to keep it rolling.
Giddy up, Pistons here. One of the best starts they've had in the franchise history over the past 20 years. We'll see if they continue that tonight. Just have to basically win by 3, and you cash in a ticket. For me, I'm going to go to a public fade. Last night, the Golden State Warriors were on the road against the reigning champions, OKC. They got hammered last night, so much to the point where they got the rest of their starters late in that game, and also Draymond Green going like, yeah, we got beat down. We got to answer some questions. Well, that answered questions need to be done tonight, which means the Warriors are going to be on the road once again to take on the Spurs, the young athletic Spurs who are rested and ready against the aging veterans here. Understand this, Joe. The FanDuel Sportsbook opened up this line at 5. It's dropped to 4.5 at just about every outlet across the board with a total of 229.5. But the San Antonio Spurs getting over 75% of the ticket count coming in and the line dropping a bit. Golden State Warriors. Nobody wants them tonight. You know who does? It's your boy DRS, getting the 4.5 points from the Warriors as your public fade of the night. And it looks like we're on the precipice of a 2-0 sweep tonight on a hump day Wednesday to get the people into Thursday, Joe. What do you think?
I like the idea. That's how you do it in the NBA. Zig and zag, Donnie. Zig and zag.